Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2016 APU Football National Signing Day Press Conference. My name is Joe Reinsch. I'm the Sports Information Director. Before we get started and turn it over and talk about this year's signings, I just want to recognize a few individuals in the room right now. First is Offensive Coordinator Rudy Carlton, Defensive Coordinator Cesar Rivas Sandoval, and then also Recruiting Coordinator Ben Buys, as well as the entire Azusa Pacific coaching staff. I know Victor will probably talk about the entire coaching staff, but I just wanted to publicly recognize them. Those of us around the office, around the university, see how hard they work and see how well they represent the university on and off campus, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to recognize them first. A couple of news updates about Azusa Pacific football. Within the last 2 weeks, famous recent alum, Terrell Watson has signed a free agent contract with the Cleveland Browns after spending the last year with the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad. Also, about a week and a half ago, two of this year's seniors, Josh Atkinson and Paul Flores, played in the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. It's the second straight year that Azusa Pacific's had two representatives in that all-star game. On the field, Azusa Pacific over the last 3 years is among the top 10 winningest Division II programs. And the other news development over the offseason, Athletic Director Gary Pine and Head Coach Victor Santa Cruz, they've negotiated agreements for the next 2 years to have a full 11-game Division II schedule for 2016 and 2017, and those schedules have already been announced. And then finally, Azusa Pacific football academic team champion in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, 3 straight years. Just finished a fall where the team grade point average was 3.06. So depending on how the spring goes, it looks like they're headed the right direction to win a 4th straight academic team title. Azusa Pacific is a destination university. I touched on each of those on some elements earlier. Azusa Pacific has tradition, has next level opportunity. Christian Okoye played in the NFL, had a great career. Terrell Watson is starting his NFL career, and there are other Cougars on the way to the next level. We've also talked about athletic excellence on the field, and then I touched on academic excellence as well. You've heard Victor Santa Cruz say it before, but you really, truly have it all at Azusa Pacific. Today, 19 student athletes have committed to Azusa Pacific and to be a part of that experience. So that brings us to today. We turn our attention to the future of Azusa Pacific, and I can't think of a better person to get us more excited about the future of Azusa Pacific than head coach Victor Santa Cruz.
Thanks, Joe. All right, Joe, he mentioned quite a bit in that this is a destination university, and the excellence not only is in the athletic department, which is led by the best athletic director in the country, Gary Pine, and I work with some of my colleagues, all the other head coaches and coaching staffs of this department. They're outstanding. They encourage us and set a pace for us that collectively as an athletic department, it's about excellence. And our student athletes, they gain quite a bit from that. And they're surrounded by adults that are coaches, mentors, leaders, father figures, and also just being the collective department that it's home for them. And I believe that when you look at this on the list of everything going on, the 19 young men who came to decide I want to join this, they realized they're joining a family, they're joining a home, they're joining a community. This community is rare and distinguished. Beyond the athletic fields, our academic rigor and our scholarly achievements are renowned throughout the entire world. And that leadership of Dr. John Wallace, I appreciate that, and it just goes all the way down to every faculty member, any staff member here. There's excellence. That makes me get excited to go to work every day. I want to thank the administration led by John Wallace. I want to particularly thank Terry Franson and David Bixby, DDH. I always thank our great CFO, Bob. He does an amazing job for us. And Paul Flores for our faculty rep, all that you do, because I know the faculty and the athletic department, they come hand in hand, and that a great academic achievements of a 3.06 the last semester is because there's a collective will here for excellence and people to grow and to be supported. There's so many other stakeholders, particularly the compliance committee, particularly our compliance director, Jackson Stava. In this day, as we speak about these 19 newcomers, I want to particularly thank Carly Buys and Ben Buys for their leadership in the recruiting efforts and what they do. Obviously, this is an effort of closing the deal, as you would say. There's a mutual agreement. The first date you can put your name on the contract, and I think part of those contracts and are just symbols of a commitment on both ends to say your future as a young man really matters. And so Heather Ham, who does an amazing job of helping me with the financial sides of it all, I want to thank her for all she does. And obviously the athletic training staff of April Hoy, if I say her name, is amazing leaders. So I can go on and on about all the people I need to thank. And the reason I do go on and on is because we're thankful. This is a place so special that there's everyone going to work all the time to say, how do we make it better? How do we make it great? And I think you see from the excellence on the football field, in the classroom, that there's a real spirit here of excellence. That's where these young men, I believe, are attracted to. We live in a day and age where I believe young men are looking to grab onto something tangible. They're not looking just for the glitz and glamour. They're looking for something beyond that as well. They're looking for something that has some depth and some soul to it. And when they found that at Azusa Pacific, we combed through a massive amount of film, emails, mileages on the car, and we looked high and low for the right fit, the person that had that total package. That we said, hey, you are an APU kind of man, and we want to make this a mutual agreement to a long-term relationship, because not only do our experiences go while they're here at university, our alumni are so prestigious and so amazing. The football alums, the Champions Club, I can't thank them enough for all they do. In this day and age that we have, as people are seeking for relevance, these young men that I'm going to talk to you about today, they're really targeted for a need. We knew this year that we need to target the offensive line. We needed to target the defensive backfield, and we also needed to find one running back that we felt was some more of a guy we can add in there for maybe some short yardage, and also having 6 years in a row with a 1,000-year rusher. We're committed to the run. You always want to have a good running back, and we have a good running back crew right now, and so we want to be able to say, is there that special one that we can find to add to the group? We also needed to rush the passer. So defensive end, you'll see, we'll talk about a few guys on there that are excellent defensive pass rush specialists and guys who just got that amazing motor of how we like to play defense. And then lastly, we did pick up a hybrid defensive end / linebacker, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. In and all, as I go through each one of them, they all, in their own right, have an amazing story of excellence, and a story that I'm excited for them to take to the next stage with us. And I'm so grateful as a head coach, I know the coaching staff is, for the privilege to coach them. We're going to call out excellence. We're going to call out something inside of them they don't even know is there yet, of that greatness, that warrior man that we talk about, of that power, love, and that self-discipline. So that when they do graduate from here and they go to the NFL, go to their communities, whatever it may be, there's going to be something special, something different about them that'll gravitate people around, and there'll be opportunity for leadership. And that leadership won't be self-serving, but it'll be something that makes a significant difference in not only the immediate, but the futures to come. So as we get started, I want to hit the offensive line first and foremost, starting off with Jason Andrews. Jason is a 6'5", 275 offensive lineman out of Skyline High School in Oakland. Jason, like many of the guys here, is a all-league performer and somebody who we felt had the skill set to take it to the next level, to be somebody who has the academic aptitude as well as the tenacity on the football field to be that pound the ground kind of guy, and also protect the passer. So the length of Jason, as a lot of the other guys you'll see, helps us with our system, and particularly what we do. Going on next is Jalen Booth. Jalen's 6'5", 320-pound, San Diego High School. He is an all-Central League, played in the San Diego FNL game. He participated in the Alex Spanos game. He's somebody, as we saw him, we feel like his best football is way ahead of him. Obviously, the size and strength that he shows and the mobility he shows is, we believe, is definitely that unique difference for the guy his age and what he can bring to the next college game. Eric Esqueda is a 6'5", 260-pound lineman out of Redlands, East Valley High School. Coach Brooke does an outstanding job out there to create a young man who is who's physical, who's powerful. It's the reason he's a Citrus Belt O-lineman of the year. He's all first team league, and he's a San Bernardino Sun all area first team, and he's also all county. I'm always impressed with the Inland Empire guys that are out there because I believe there's a hard hat type of attitude, a blue collarness, and there's also just a real desire and an edge that they have, a chip on their shoulder to make something great of their lives. Coming out of beloved Hawaii is Mateo Fatuesi. Mateo is coming out of Moanalua High School. Mateo is a 6'5", 285-pound beast, powerful. I like to call that 808 dominance that he brings. He's played the guard, he's played the center, and what I particularly like comes from a military family. I know there's an edge about the guy. I know there's a discipline about the guy, and so when we were able to communicate and finalize things today, I tell you the staff room just jumped up because Mateo is going to be an amazing player for us and particularly an amazing human being. Next coming up is Timothy Lee. Timothy is out of Linfield Christian, 6'7", 300 pounds. His height, his body type has got nothing but a bright future ahead of him. I believe Timothy's best years are way ahead of him. We talked to Coach Deshaun Burns, who does a great job of developing his talent from not really a whole lot of playing time early on to be able to be an all-league performer this year. Timothy's got a bright future ahead of him, and his height, his size is something like that we can't coach. And so we're excited to get to work with him. Deron Mallett, coming all out of Mariner High School out of Everett, Washington, reached up high up north to get this one. Obviously, we play in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, the states of Washington, Oregon, and California, even up to across the border in Canada. Those are places that we have recruiting ties with, alumni base with, and I want to thank our alumni for bringing our attention to his film. And Deron is somebody who's got that grit factor. When you hear his story about things he's overcome, things that he wants to achieve, Deron not only has a size of 6'6", 315 pounds, but I think with the size of his heart, it's even bigger than that. And so I'm very impressed with who he is as a young man, and he's definitely an AP man. Going on next, local product Joe Murphy coming out of St. John Bosco powerhouse football team, and Joe is a significant reason why they were a powerhouse again this year. He helped lead St. John Bosco to a CF Southern Section championship with a 13-game win streak. They were 2013 national champions and all-league Trinity League. I think when on his home visit, that was seen as 2013 national championship ring is the biggest thing I've ever seen, and so I'm excited for Joe to come help us do a lot more of that. So going on next, I want to thank Coach Carlton for really finding this one. He is a gem coming out of the 805 area, and Brian Weitzman. Brian is one of the smartest human beings I've met, but also one of the selfless human beings. Everything about my time meeting him, he was always about how do I help other people be successful. This guy, you want to get to know him early on because he will do something very significant with his life. Outstanding family, outstanding character. Brian is 6'5", 320 pounds, coming out of Oak Park High School in Oak Park, California. He was all CIF. He is co-offensive lineman of the year. He is Ventura County all-county first team. He's played in the All-Star game. He's also the Oak Park offensive lineman of the year. And so Brian's a guy who not only is going to do great things on the football field, but this community is really going to benefit because we're all about game changers around here, and he will change the game even during his time on campus here. Joe Cup, this is an outstanding young man in Joe Cup. Joe Cup is a three-star athlete. He is the ranked number 8th tackle in the nation out of junior college. Joe Cup is also first team All-State junior college. He's 6'6", 300 pounds. And with Joe, I really do believe you've got somebody who's an older man who is ready to make a difference right away. He's got next level of ability. He's got the very rare combination of size and speed and athleticism. I know Jackie can't wait to get to work with him, and we're very excited to sign a man of this caliber, and I think he's going to fit in great with this community. And once again, I really enjoyed my visit with him. I remember the cafeteria, sitting there with him, just talking about his story. He's originally from Chicago, and there's just a sense of a maturity about him, but also a sense of adventure. And I just love being around people like that. So Joe Cup, welcome to the family. Moving on to running back, Zykel Reddick. Zykel Reddick comes out of Powerhouse Grace Brethren, and Zyke is 6 foot, 205-pound running back. Believe he's got so much size still to gain. He's powerful. He's explosive. The ball in his hands, it can break any moment. He's a two-time All-League player, two-time league MVP. He's a two-time All-County, two-time All-CIF, two-time All-State. He ran for over 2,000 yards both as a junior and a senior. With the way we like to run the football, the tradition of running the football we have here, the tradition of great running backs we have around here, I think he fits the mold to have a bright future. Next is coming up is on the defensive line. Like I said, in today's day and age, it's a tempo offense, and you've got to be able to find a way to create pressure. A lot of times with the RPOs that offenses are employing, you got to find a way to get pressure with 4. You got to have guys who can beat their one-on-ones opportunities with the offensive line. And the 3 guys that we were to sign today, I believe, are game changers, and they've got a bright future with us. And obviously, I'm very excited about this class, like I am every class. And it's just because they fit who we are as a community. Our current team members had vetted them out. There's a synergy that they have for their vision, for their future, and as well where the team's going. So if I sound enthusiastic, it's because I am, because it's an amazing day. It's Christmas in February for the Cougs, and once again, going into this defensive lineman is pretty exciting. Emmanuel Lima is coming out of Helix High School. Emmanuel is 6'2", 250 pounds. He played in the Polynesian All-American Bowl. He has got so much upside. What I really appreciate about him, he had a bit of an injury his senior year, battled through it. Once the doctor cleared him again, he came right back for the playoffs. He is one tough cookie. And so he comes from great stock. His family is amazing people, and he's just going to fit in great, and I think raise the bar of excellence, not only in football, but in this whole community. Next up is Robert Bohanna. Robert, one of my favorite guys to recruit. Robert is on film. You're going to see one of the fastest hands, explosive off the ball, play like your hair's on fire kind of guy. At 6'3", 230 pounds, you have a long pass-rushing defensive end. You have a guy who doesn't care if he's on the inside or the outside. He just wants to tackle the ball and create pressure. He is a all Tri-River Athletic Conference first team. He finished number 2 in the Valley in tackles. Coming out of Central High School in Fresno. He understands tough football. He's a tough young man, and I tell you, he is a lot of fun to be around. Robert's going to have one of those guys, obviously bright future, but I think you're going to see, man, with his tremendous get-off, people have got some problems here in the future. Conrado Simpson, this guy, special human being. When I say human being, man, the conversations with him, the vision he has for life, the care he has for his family, for his community. Conrado has grown up, and every person I've talked to who has coached him or met him only raves about who he is. Now, that's the special of a human being he is, but here's the other thing. He's 6'5", 270 pounds. He has got a very exciting opportunity here to make an impact right away, to use his speed, explosiveness, and strength to help our defense once again be top in the nation. Next off, we have a hybrid linebacker defensive end in Will Camps. Trey Ozenbaugh, an alumni of ours, helped us discover Will, and thank Trey for that. And once again, like I said, our alumni are out there everywhere. The reach of Azusa Pacific is outstanding, and so Trey, an amazing man that he is, found a real value guy in Will. Said, man, you got to get to know this guy, watch how he plays. It's that hair on fire type of attitude that, you know, he gets it, because Trey understands our defense and how we play. You're going to run. You're going to run to the ball every moment. You're never going to take a play off, and by the end of the game, you're going to be completely spent. So Will Camps at 6'2", 230 pounds. He's first team all-conference, first team all-county, first team all-region, first team all-area, and second team all-state. Will's going to fit in very well with our defense as we do some hybrid things with our linebackers. Next, like I said, we needed to strengthen up our defensive backfield in today's game with all the RPOs and what we like, the style we like to do. You got to be able to play man coverage. In my opinion, you can't play man, you can't play defense. And you've got to be able to have guys who can tackle in space. Offenses are doing some exciting things today, and it's so creative that it's putting so much pressure on the perimeter with the defensive backs. The game it needs somebody in the defensive backfield who can handle a one-on-one coverage, but also can tackle in space one-on-one, can be in that space killer that the offenses are trying to create. And so as I go down these lists, every one of these guys, I think in their own right, have just they fit the bill for us at what we needed defensively, but also what we bring to the table culturally. Gerald Campbell coming off at 5'11", 175 pounds, Lemoore High School. As a junior, he was second-team all-conference, and he's also second-team all-county. Gerald has great cover skills ability. He's also, I believe, got great his best size is still yet to come. He's a thick young man that can cover well and be physical, but you're also noticing, I think, man, he's going to get stronger, going to get bigger. Gerald's an athlete that when he's on space, he can make sure he can defend the field. Next off, Deron Davison. Coach Zomo does amazing things at Citrus Hill, and it's always great to get one of his guys. Citrus Hill High School in Paris, Deron Davison's 5'11", 170, and Deron is the first-team All-CIF. He's first-team All-League, intercepted 3 passes and blocked 2 kicks as a senior. He's part of a state champion football team led by Coach Zomo. And when I was talking to Deron, not only of his infectious smile, but the thing that really stood out that said this is our kind of guy is he's a leader of their defensive backfield. He has the mind for the game. He's got this football acumen that you're looking for. He doesn't mind that leadership opportunities and when they're provided for him. And he's a guy who's he's gonna be someone I think for the future is gonna be a leader in his own right. And I'm just looking forward to him coming on the campus to get to work with him. Christian McFarland, special human being, brilliant in the classroom, brilliant in person. You want to spend time around this guy. Our players really raved about him after the visit, said this is a great person. And I thought Christian felt the same way. Christian McFarland, 2-star athlete. He's all conference, all city, all section, Sacramento B, all Metro second team. Heavily recruited by a lot of Division I schools, but he knew there was something different about Azusa Pacific University. Coming back to what I said is that there are those rare guys that we're looking for. They're saying, you know, I need more than just a nice stadium. I need more than just nice gear. Do we have that here at Azusa Pacific? Do we have an amazing Nike contract, over 600 uniforms and all that? Yes. But he saw beyond the Hollywood set and said, I need something real. And when he came on campus, he found that here. And so Christian, he's an outstanding athlete. He can play both ways. We're going to anticipate him coming to competing in the backfield, the defensive backfield right away. But I wouldn't doubt if we have some offensive packages stuff for him too. Wesley Smith. If you know our defense at all, we like to play a lot of press. Wesley is a true press corner. He's got great length, great size. Comes from an outstanding family. He comes from an outstanding school at Notre Dame Prep in Riverside. And so with Wesley, he's 6 foot, 175 pounds, got to watch a game live, saw that he would never come off the field, went both ways. When I got the chance to really get to know his coach, saw that, man, the program that they run at Notre Dame Prep is just is prepared him well for college. The academics there prepared him well. And so with Wesley, you've got a pure cover corner, a guy who's a physical press guy. He's just a physical beast that I think, man, there's a monster inside of him when he plays football. But off the field, man, he's a guy you just want to hang around and you're going to glean a lot for, and he's going to make all of our lives better here at this community. Lavelle Thomas, someone who we signed at the break. Lavelle comes from Riverside College. He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. Like I said, mid-year transfer. In high school, he was in all Inland Valley League. Lavelle has already shown us, because he's working out with us right now, fast feet, great cover skill ability, great teammate. And for Lavelle, man, it's been already a lot of fun. Like I said, he is a mid-year transfer. He's been here on campus. And so as a coach, I love being around those kind of people. So with that, I would like to say, man, all these guys who signed, I'm excited for them because they join a group of guys who are already excellent people. They join a community right now of players who are determined to take not only themselves to the next level academically and professionally, but to take this program to the next level. And that's everything we're about here at Azusa Pacific. We want to be the very best. We're not asking permission. We want to be the best in the nation at everything, academically, socially, and obviously football. We have national championship aspirations. We have league championship aspirations. But we also know this is that today signifies a great day of families coming together, creating the brand new 2016 family. And I know our guys are already preparing with leadership classes and also on the field with the weight room and the strength and the sprinting to say, hey, let's get ready so when these new guys come, we're going to take them in, support them, but also we got big dreams. Now, with that, we know that we got to take care of today. Today was a win today for this program. I want to thank the staff, though, because today culminated a year's worth of work. And our staff does such a great job recruiting. So there are some that would try to come in the last minute just to get to know somebody. Collectively, this whole class symbolizes a year's worth of work, if not 2 years' worth of work, of getting to know these players. And so we're already going on the 2017 class. We're already evaluating. Our job doesn't stop today. This is just hey, take your breath. Let's see what we want. It's a win today moment, and I'm excited for this community now as we take a next big step forward. And with the next moment in front of us, we're going to try to win that too. And those are the standards we have here around Azusa Pacific. With that, I want to open up to any questions at all.
Coach, obviously recruiting's not done. You have a roster to fill out, but assuming you have the roster that you have coming back from last year,
yes.
With this group, what position are you most excited about, most confident?
Yeah, I think well, you're excited about the groups we mentioned, but I think collectively I'm just excited about this team. To point out one group would be like, hey, almost in my opinion, diminishing the importance of it. I've realized this, and I think our team realized this, even coming off of what is a winning season last year, but still not our standard, is that you can have a lot of great athletes run out of the tunnel, but you got to have a team. And so every one of these groups that I've talked about are going to be added to a team of already, I believe, some game changer type of young men who they have a vision and they understand, hey, what it's going to take to be successful. And so I'm very excited about this group. I'm very excited about this whole team. 2016 has already started off with a real a big energy and a big vision and a spirit of excellence that's in our whole group. And that's all I can ask of these young men. Because at the end of the day, as we say this in our program, we are building champions while pursuing championships. And as we build champions, we use the vehicle of football to minister to these young men in a way that they need to help them grow up to the kind of the vision they want. We want to take the great vision that their family already has for them and say, hey, we're not going to let that baton drop here. And also, if there's a young man that say, hey, he doesn't have a vision for his life, we want to be able to call it out. So I'm excited about our team. This is more than football to me. To me, this is family, and we just brought in 19 members to the family that we're going to love, we're going to challenge, we're going to support, and we're going to call out something greater that they don't even know is in them yet.
Another term you threw out today was Destination University. What does that term mean to you? What goes into that?
Yeah, Destination University to me is just, think about it this way, is that any of those great destination vacation spots, the all-inclusive, and this is where when you choose to go to Azusa Pacific as a student athlete or an athlete or just a general student body, you're stepping into a community that's under, number one, location. We're located in one of the largest metropolises in the world with opportunities that are endless. We're in a location where you have the snow 20 minutes away, you've got the beach 40 minutes away, you've got all this life around you. And so the next thing is you're stepping in a community where your academic opportunities are just amazing, where we are a large university with 11,000 student body if you include the doctoral and master programs. But in that, you have classroom sizes that are going to remain smaller. So you can learn here. You don't memorize and take a test. This is real transformation happening here. And so whether it's the business, the criminal justice, the engineering, our faculty, they're teachers first, and they're looking to transform people. So the destination also would be, are you around great people? And this is that type of destination where you're going to be around some amazing people. As a student, the faculty, the other students you're going to be around, you're going to have deeper relationships. You're going to be a part of something that is very, I say rare and distinguished all the time, because as I've traveled the world, it's very rare that you can find a community as whole and as large as ours where you're going to find the support that we have, the level that we have. Every faculty member I bump into and staff member, they're always looking, how do we make it better? Because they realize we want to make it better for the student. And the student comes first here, and that's why this is a destination university. I understand that this day when young men are choosing universities all over the country, a lot of it is, hey, football, what's your stadium like? What's your coach's name? And you know what? I've played the Division I game, and I've been around the game quite a bit. I realize is that after today, these young men are going to be, that's your home now you chose. And I think that gets lost. For us, the best is still yet to come for the guys who've chosen this place. They won't regret it. They're going to find, this is just this is the first day of a great future for them. Where I know, you know, you've been around the business enough, this is the first day to a bad future for a lot of young men who chose, because they chose it for just football reasons, for peer pressure reasons, because they're, you know, oh, well, so-and-so wanted me to go to this school. But in their heart, they knew they were looking for something more. Our guys get that here at Azusa Pacific. Well, thank you again to the community. I understand this is the thing I'm most proud about when I bring a recruit onto this campus, and our coaches do that. We're very proud, and we know that the interactions are going to be organic. They're going to be sincere. There's going to be a lot of depth of people here. So any day of the week, bring a recruit on here and know that, hey, our product will stand up. This is an outstanding school. It's no brag, just fact. All right, and you gotta, if you're looking for a university as a regular student, and you're saying, how do I find something rare and distinguished? How do I find a university that's gonna launch me to be a game changer in the world? You have to pick Azusa Pacific. You have to at least give us a chance, come see us. And you know, start to shed what people, popular opinion, what they say should be, come here, because you're gonna be part of one of the best communities in the world, bar none. Thank you very much.